everybody. My name is Sarah. I am a proud business leader and partner to everybody on Infinite Shine. I'm looking disapprovingly over there because my husband just got a joke cracked at him by this one.
Every time I leave, I'm just talking to Rich,
which is my husband, and he's going to be one of the featured chefs today. So this is Carol Radke. She is the proud director of the Achievers, and she's one of the directors in Infinite Shine Enterprises. And together we are doing Cook and Celebrate. We have some of our team members that are watching on Zoom with us. This is a live Zoom that happens the first Monday of every month. So you are welcome to join us in the event that's on Facebook. You have the ability to text a code to a special phone number to get the Zoom link, and then the recipes are sent right to you as well. So there's that. And today is May 5th. It is birthday month, and so we're doing a little bit of Not Your Mama's Tupperware.
Tupperware's birthday month.
It is Tupperware's birthday month.
Yeah.
It is 79 years old.
Oh,
does that sound right?
That sounds all right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's also May 5th. So we're going to be making tacos. And
because, Cinco de Mayo.
And since it's birthday, when I think of birthdays, I think of ice cream. So we're going to make mango lime ice cream. And this is a no churn ice cream. So we're going to make those two things in the recipe that you're going to get texted to you for those of you that signed up for that. You are going to get a third recipe of simply salsa because nachos with salsa is really great. Tonight, we are going the old-fashioned route. I bought a jar at the grocery store, and we're going to be using that because why not? Because that's what real people do. And this is real food for real people. So
Yes. Yes.
And then last but not least, we are going to celebrate our Infinite Shine family members for everything they did in May. So make sure.
April.
Yes, April. And what they've been doing in May so far, because I have both recognitions starting. So stick around for the whole thing. So let's get started. Richard.
Yeah, what up?
Did you want to come over here, love?
Oh, sure. Good time.
It's time.
Hey, we almost said that together.
We did.
All right.
So Rich is making
Oh, I was in the shot.
tacos.
Right there you are.
Now you are.
So
All right, I'm going to get out of the shot and you're going to explain the stack cooker, or do you want Carol to explain the stack
we
cooker?
can do it together. We're
Okay.
smart people, I think.
Yes, we are.
Okay, we are. All right. Just make sure I'm not centered. There we go. Backwards the video. It's always confuses me. All right.
It isn't, but that's fine.
It is. See, I'm on this side, but in the video,
And I'm on that side.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Never noticed that before.
That's exactly how you are.
This is the blondness. See?
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we've got a stack cooker here. That's what this thing is down here. Stack cooker, stack cooker, stack cooker. It has 5 parts. I've never counted.
1, 2. I haven't either. 1, 2. Well, really, if you're counting the seals that come with it.
Oh, I forgot about the seal. I forgot about the seals.
Right this second, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, plus some
But
seals.
you get seals.
Yeah, plus you get some seals. All right, so this is the cone thing that goes in the middle, which we won't use, but I'll show it to you. Just so
And
you
the
kind of see.
3/4 casserole.
Right, so this is casserole. So if you're making like a
Beside this, there is a ridge.
Right.
And this sits on the ridge,
Right.
kind of, sort of.
kind of sort of. So if I was making like a bundt cake or meatloaf.
When you're cooking a whole chicken, you take,
Right.
the one of the chickens not
Right, yeah.
grow, but the body.
Yeah.
Take it out of the wrap.
And just plunk it on it.
Just, yeah,
Like beer can chicken.
Yep, exactly.
yeah, right. It's kind of like a beer can chicken. You know how you go, you just kind of go like that.
Yeah,
That sits
exactly.
right on there.
Yep, but we're not gonna use that, so
Okay.
we'll set that off to the side because we're making tacos tonight.
You know what else that's good for?
What?
Wait, if you're making a meatloaf, 3 pounds of hamburger,
Yeah.
a pound of anything is 6 minutes about. So,
Right.
yeah, and that way you put your cone in there.
Well, and I guess we'll take a step back. So the reason the cone's important. So if I were to just fill this thing full of meat, let's say I just put the meatloaf in and just fill it side to side, top to top, whatever.
Yeah,
Is it gonna cook?
and not the middle.
Not the middle, because the rays
Microwaves go in about 1 inch and
Yeah,
then they kind
1
of
to
shoot.
2, and then they kind of fizzle out and they don't.
Well,
cook it.
yeah, right.
And they
So
like
the
go so
middle
far.
doesn't get
Right, exactly. So
So
you put
cone
that.
in. That's why
and
fruit cake, same thing.
Right,
Do you
that's why it
know
cooks.
easy way to make meatloaf in there is?
Put the cone in and put meat around it and call it
An
meat.
easy recipe. I'll tell you guys next time.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
cool. All right, there's a cover.
Are you gonna remember that? Does somebody need to text you? Somebody message Sarah, please. Thank you. Carrie, thank you for that. Okay,
Then we have a colander
calendar,
Which we will be using.
we will use, and then one
one and a half.
one and a half
which we're not using.
quart thingamajig. We will not be
We could
using.
use it.
Right, we could. But the idea is you could, right, traditionally, I could put something in the bottom, I could put something in the quart, in the 1.5 quart, put this on the top, cook 3 things at once, magic. Yay.
Right, or put something at the bottom. Put something here and then put this in here, and if you're cooking meat that has grease.
Right.
Grease goes down in there, then it
No.
doesn't rip down through, see?
Correct, yeah. So there's lots of things you can do.
And oh,
here.
by the way, this is just a colander.
Right. Just
That's
a colander.
right.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So.
All right, so we're gonna make taco meat. So we're gonna use the colander because we don't have anything in the bottom. So colander inside of here, and then we're gonna take this fantastic meat
I
that
grabbed gloves from you.
I don't need gloves.
You should use gloves.
Look at that magic.
Magic.
Is there a spatula over here?
A spatula or
Or I could use my
a serving
fingers.
spoon.
Oh. So all I'm doing is I'm breaking it up, just so it's not one big huge
Wow.
chunk. Right, exactly. So and
Now you're only doing like 1.5 pounds like this. Do you want me to hold that? Because we don't know where to put that.
I
Hold
was
that for you.
yeah. I'm doing I think it's a pound, 16 ounces.
Yeah,
Or was it
are you
20
putting
ounces?
the taco seasoning in now? Onions now? What are you doing?
I was gonna put the onions in with it. I'm gonna chop up some onions.
Okay,
And then
Now
put
or
that-
later?
Yeah, no, now.
okay.
Yeah.
Because
I
onions
cook
gonna
it with
take a little while.
I
Yeah.
cook it with it personally.
Right.
So all right, so we're gonna set this
Only works if the onion keeper has your onions in it.
right. So we'll set that off to the side. All right, so I have a beautiful white onion here. It would have been a yellow onion.
It's the onion.
It would have been a yellow onion, but didn't have any at the store. Completely gone.
This only works if you use Tupperware knives.
Right.
cutting
Tupperware knives, Tupperware cutting boards.
And we're having the kitchen cam right now, so they only can see your fingers.
So cool. Kitchen cam. Are we using this onion for anything else?
We can save some of it for another day
Or I can just do this.
and
Put
just
inside,
chop it all.
Chop it up. I don't think it's all
Now,
gonna fit in there
Carol,
though. but,
Carol had a very interesting observation happen at her party.
Yes, my one hostess got part of her free was the not the compact chopper, but the tall, okay,
Oh, sure.
which is 3 cups.
Yep.
And I was demonstrating this at the party, and she said, "Stop." I said, "Okay." I said, "Do you need anything to say?" She says, "This is $50. It is worthless." I said, "You cannot say it's worthless." She said, "Because the tall one is only $9 more and chops 3. This 3 cups. This only chops 1." She says, $9 more. Why are you doing this? Because you have to cut your onions small enough to fit in here. The tall, she's just chopped that puppy in half and put both of them. I said, "It won't chop. You got to do it." For I will prove you wrong. And she proved it wrong. We sold 3 tall choppers that way because she went off on me by saying, "This is a piece." I don't say that.
And if you have people going to college, a tall is perfect for their dorm room, if they're allowed to have stuff like that in their dorm room.
Right. There, I fit a bunch.
See, because
in there.
the tall, we would
Right.
just do
I
it.
fit
and that
more
way.
in there. Right.
Yeah, and she did. She was the one that said $9 difference, and I hadn't. I
Put it
don't-
together?
yeah,
Yeah.
Put it together.
So this is the
Compact.
compact
Yeah.
smart chopper 1000. I don't actually know
Wait-
the name.
wait a minute.
What is
We talked about that.
what is the name of this thing? Supersonic.
Supersonic.
Supersonic compact. All right, cool. What was it
compact.
called before? Smart chopper?
We don't
Super
have any idea. Doesn't.
chopper? I don't remember. Don't even remember.
It's not called that anymore.
Exactly. So I spun that maybe 3 times.
Maybe 3
Maybe
times.
3 times. And
You want to have your onion be small enough that you're okay to eat it.
right. So you can see,
Because we're making nachos.
right. I did wash my hands before, so it's okay. See, right? So you can see they're pretty small. You do this many more times, you're actually
You're gonna have
Why?
You
onion.
know what sometimes we do? Sometimes we put the taco seasoning in with the onion to kind
Mix
of.
it up.
to mix it
Yeah.
up together. Yeah. Okay. So
There's no fail to this.
exactly. So
It's
let's
dump.
so we're gonna dump this right on top. And do we want more onion? Sure.
I don't know. I think that's a lot.
You think that's a lot of onion? I don't think it's a lot of onion. Oh, there's one slightly larger.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Well, there we'll do that. We'll do that much. But
Now, notice when he does that, do that one more time. And look at this arm. Because you move it too. As I tend,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of pull
you
apart. Yeah,
tend
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
It's
You
you're
take it
getting your
apart.
exercises in for
Right.
the week. You're doing your arm day.
Yep, I am.
And now I
What,
help.
do I
Oh,
need to
sorry.
put this at you? Okay.
Sorry, I got I'd love to say you can never get the onion stuff ever, but it still happens.
Okay.
Oh, it's probably from the pieces sitting on the floor, or not the floor, but on the counter.
Okay.
Okay, whew, sorry, little bit of
Did
tear
you
there.
get tear?
I did get a little bit of a tear. Yeah,
I just took care of the pollen that's
I was-
outside right now.
I was thinking of a sad
Washed
movie.
it away.
That's what it really was. It was a sad movie. It had
Okay,
nothing
so
to do
you
with
got
the onion.
onions.
Right.
I do need to share one time. I wasn't paid, never saying that I've ever in my entire life not paid attention,
Sure.
but I have 3 of these sets in my
Yeah.
my cupboard,
Yeah.
right? Why would you only have one?
Right,
when
right,
you
right.
got 3. And I ended up putting this in another calendar. Yeah, right. So I had a mess, in the microwave because it really truly did go through both sets of calendars.
Yeah. This thing.
So what's important to note is Rich cooks 60 pounds of taco meat this way every single year for the debate banquet. That is called commercial use and does not fall under the warranty. Just say it.
I'm gonna cook this for, wow, I got it really bad all of a sudden.
Oh, no. Do you want eye drops? I
Don't
hope.
rub your eyes.
It'll go. Whew, wow, that was crazy.
So how long are you cooking this for?
I don't want to overcook it, so I usually will start at just 5 minutes. and
Okay.
check it.
Gosh, I do it every 2 minutes just because I want to chunk it back up so I don't have one globble.
Right, yeah, exactly, yeah, so, and I might open it up.
Carrie, did you
before
have
we
a
go.
question?
No, I was trying to tell Rich to quit rubbing his eyes. It's gonna make it worse.
She says, don't rub your eyes, it'll make it worse.
Oh, well, that's too late.
So this is an older version of the Supersonic Extra. This is a Supersonic Extra. We're about to use that to make the ice cream. When we're done, he's going to take the meat and put it in here and pull it a few times. So that way it breaks up the meat. It's a different use for this than maybe you wouldn't have thought to use before.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes it nice and crumbly.
Yeah.
So
So
there's
not
that.
big old chunks.
Yes. So while that's cooking, we're going to make ice cream. And this is one of my very favorite ice creams to make. It is mango lime ice cream. And this comes from Hy-Vee. What do I mean? Hy-Vee has this magazine called Seasons, or they used to. I don't know if they still do.
I don't know. We don't have heavy in where I live.
And they will put out recipes. And this came out a couple summers ago, and I
Okay.
made it for 4th of July or Memorial Day.
You
and it was
absolutely
a
love
hit.
that.
And so it's supposed to have rum in it. It's supposed to have coconut in it.
So when you make it for your family, do you?
I don't. So I
Okay.
omitted it from the recipe because it's really no need for it.
But if you
So
want to dump rum in there, knock yourself out.
you absolutely can.
But don't do a lot or it won't freeze.
Right, yes.
To start
Because alcohol is
Right.
an antifreeze.
No, and they said you can use rum extract if you want, but I honestly like the freshness. It is 4 ingredients and 2 of them are lime. No, 5 ingredients, 2 of them are lime. It is sweetened condensed milk, heavy whipping cream, lime zest, lime juice, and mangoes.
Got it.
That's it. It's a no churn ice cream. And the ice cream base of the heavy whipping cream and the sweetened condensed milk really could be a base for you to use for ice cream. And then you just do your own thing. I know this
You
because,
you could do peaches. There's lots,
Yep. Well, and I made tin roof sundae for Rich
Okay.
for his birthday. Maybe that's something we do this summer sometime because you can't get that anywhere anymore.
Oh.
It's not allowed.
So you're saying sweetened condensed milk and whipping cream basically is your base.
Yep.
And then add what you want to it.
Yep. So the first thing that this needs is mangoes. Now, mangoes can be difficult to cut, to peel.
I had never used a mango and I said to Sarah, how do you peel a mango? Does it have a pit? And she said, Carol, you don't do that. You buy it frozen.
You buy a frozen bag. And this is approximately everything you need because you need 3 cups of mangoes. And the only thing that happens is you have to pull it out about an hour or so ahead of time so it can thaw. And you take.
Do you want them totally thawed or partially thawed? Because the strawberry ice cream we make It says partially thawed strawberries.
Partially thawed is fine. And these are still pretty cold.
Okay,
And I'm taking,
because that's what starts making it cold, right? And making
Yeah.
ice cream. Yeah, okay.
I have about 2/3 of it here.
Okay.
And
And on the side of the container, it says 2 cups.
okay, so that's.
Did you know these have measurements on the sides? Oh, you do.
So here's the collar. This is your job.
Oh, that's my job.
Yes.
Okay, are we not adding anything more to this
No,
right
we're
this
going to
second?
put it first, and then we'll add the sweetened condensed milk.
Okay. And on.
So the last cup,
And what am I doing with this?
you're just chopping it
How many times have I pulling it?
till it's mostly smooth.
Until it's mostly smooth? Okay.
So the rest of the mangoes, you just want to cut
So 2
into.
cups of mangoes in here and then you're cutting those in bite-sized pieces?
Yep. Are you going to cut these for me? Or are you watching me cut with the wrong hand?
Yep, it's very impressive to watch you do this backwards. Do not chop your finger off.
I'm curling them
Why are you using the wrong one?
because I have a glove on this hand.
Here's another glove.
No, this is way more fun to watch.
It
These are
just,
still quite
it
close.
just proves that I'm ambidextrous.
I can't say that word. It's like that W sauce I can't see either.
Okay, so
I
there's
can't
that.
say that tinfoil either, that A word.
Aluminum.
I can't say that.
You can't say aluminum?
No, it's
Can you say it in
tinfoil.
French? Can you say it in French?
Say aluminium in French.
So, you're nailing
Okay.
in French, just.
Stop. That's good. All right, so then
It's tin.
we need a can of sweetened condensed milk. This is 14 ounces. It does have a pop top. We don't use pop tops in Tupperware. We use can openers because pop tops will eat our spatulas and we don't want it to eat our spatula.
And that broaches the warranty.
This little thing here annoys my husband. It makes him very scared when I do it that
That's
way.
why he's got his back to you right this second.
Yes, that is exactly why. And it just comes right off, even with the pop top. This gives a smooth edge. We're going to open that up and pour this in. So we're pouring in the sweetened condensed milk and we're going to pull it a few times so it's combined. And then we're going to add the lime and the zest to it. And honestly, you could pretty much do that now.
And there's a do your own recipe for sweetened condensed milk.
I don't know where that is though. So Carol will find it eventually.
Somebody text me, please.
And then she'll get it to me and I'll put it on her super secret family site that our family members know about, meaning Infinite Shine. And then we're going to take the lime that has been out for a couple hours. Why do you want to put a lime out for a couple hours before you go ahead and you cut it? Because it's more juicy. And I forgot to zest this before I cut it. So I'm going to do it now and make my life harder.
And how much zest until it looks right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a zest of 1 lime.
Oh, all right.
So we have a couple options right now. The only option for a zester is the Zest and Press, which comes with a zester and it comes with a press. You take the flesh side.
Opposite of what you think. You take the flat side down.
Yep. And then you can go ahead and do that.
No, I don't have strength in my hands.
Okay, I will do this. And
My hands have decided not to work with this particular tool.
it's fine. And it pretty much gets all of the juice gone. And then I'm going to take and get more lime zest. Why lime zest? Well, it makes it extra limey. And there's extra oils that go into your ice cream as a result that ends up making it even that much healthier for you. This is one of those things that if you're trying to trick your children into eating more fruits and vegetables, this is one way you could do it. Because they're eating mangoes, lime juice, and lime peel, otherwise known as zest, and they're not really doing anything else. Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Put the post in the hole, turn. Anyone can do this if I can. How long do I do this?
That's mine.
Until
Perfect.
what?
Perfect. All right,
Now what do we
so we're
put
gonna
now?
put that to the side.
Oh, to the side.
Now we need to make some whipped cream. This is whipping mix. The one thing you need to make sure you do with the whip mix is this is the handle. You need to make sure
It snaps
it
on.
snaps on, because if you don't, then it's not really working. We need 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. There's measurements on the side. That is
Right there.
1.5 cups.
Excellent.
It is super important that whipping cream, when you do this,
Now,
is cold.
which gear are you using for whipping cream?
1.
Okay, because this has gears. This is
So this has
transmission.
gear 1 and gear 2, and I'm going to show you the difference in the sound. So this is 1, and you can hear it just a little bit. This is 2. That's not going to get me anything whipped.
So what would you use for gear 1?
Gear 1 is to liquid or for
Like
things that are
scrambling
liquid.
eggs?
Yeah, things that are liquid, things that do not have what do you call it? Honey, you're supposed to empty the fat and build the nachos in the tray. When you
So
use
gear 1,
gear 1 is anything liquid. Gear 2,
but now whipping cream is liquid. So,
eventually it doesn't become liquid.
okay, so you need to
It
learn.
is liquid to start with. So this is a check-in. You can see it's getting a little frothy. You can't really see it because the light's too bright. Now, the cool thing is you can have it go either way. That part does not matter. And we're just trying to get it to the point where there is soft peaks. You can kind of feel it because it's starting to get a little bit. Honey, can you turn down the light just a tad? You have that ability. There. You can see that it's starting to stiffen just a little bit.
Now, while she's doing that, this handle, I don't know if you've ever noticed the handle of this. This handle was created that if you're scrambling something, I always talk about camping and you don't know what's been on that table. You're out here cooking on this table because this doesn't take electricity and you don't want to lay this down somewhere. That's what this handle's for. Cool. Okay.
I just didn't want to get it.
No, but like if you're mixing or a spoon
right,
and you're mixing
so
something in a
now-
2-quart pitcher.
Still kind of bright. Can you see the whipped cream? That it's officially peaked? Yeah,
I can.
okay.
Does that help?
All right, so it's ready to go.
So soft whip, not a firm peak.
We can go a little bit firmer. The trick is to not go too firm, otherwise you're going to turn your whipping cream
To
into
butter.
butter.
Yeah.
Yes, it is just that easy to make butter, by the way. All right, so now we're going to take all of this stuff that we have mixed in the supersonic. Careful to put the blade in a very safe space. And you gently put it into the whip and mix, and we're going to fold it in. Now, there's a very funny television show that uses a line, "I don't know, David, you just have to fold it in." That Midwestern mom uses it all the time. The show ends in creek. Can't really say the first one because I always say it wrong.
Schitt's Creek. How do you say it wrong? It's Schitt's Creek.
It's Schlitz Creek.
Schitt's Creek.
Okay, well, I don't want to be thought of as swearing. So you fold it in because all you want is it to be combined.
You don't want to stir it because you're going to lose all your whip in your whipping cream.
Right. So you're just gently going from the bottom and pulling it up. That is all you're doing. And then you're going to take a freezer mate. Now the freezer mate that's ideal to use is half the height. But I bought steaks on sale. So they're holding steaks right now. So we're going to see how this one does.
It'll be fine.
And
Just
so
have to use a long, you'll just have to dig a little bit deeper with your
Well, the reason why I
ice
like
cream scoop.
the half height ones is the mangoes are kind of heavy.
Oh, so it'll settle to the bottom.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
you
like
have that-
fruit does in
So you would use
Jell-O.
2 of the shallows then as compared to a deep.
Or if the large shallow is available, that.
Okay, so better to have shallow as compared to
Yes.
medium.
All right, so it fills it up a little bit more than halfway of the ice cream batter. And then what you do is you take the mango pieces that I cut up right here, and you just lay them on top. And this is the medium deep, correct?
Correct.
And if you're going to make Tin Roof Sundae ice cream, this is when you would swirl it around too. So that is that.
Okay, put your seal on.
And this goes in the freezer. And we will do the as seen on television moment later because Rich is ready to assemble his nachos. That needs to be washed too. As we do a quick dress change, meaning these things go into the sink. I can wash my hands. They're a little sticky.
Yep.
All right. That has lime.
Okay. Isn't there like cheese I need to grate?
Yes.
What's up, everyone? I'm back.
What's your favorite bowl for cheese in front of you?
Oh, there
Oh,
it
they're
is.
in the freezer.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
It's just a
whoa,
light.
whoa. I know, but you almost took your laptop with it.
The first one.
I understand.
So Cheryl Smith did this really amazing training. Yep.
You went with the small one, I see.
We thought it'd melt better. Cheryl Smith did this really amazing training for us last week. And she taught us that if you put the hopper cones into the freezer, it actually makes it go shredding that much easier because it's super cold. And if you put the hopper in there as well. Is that right, Melissa? You were on the training with me.
So,
Yep, she's nodding her head, yes.
all right. So, for those who've not seen this, you want to go to lower it for so there's this lever right
And this
here.
is on sale this month.
This lever right here
Yeah.
connects it to the counter, the structure.
And also connects this so it doesn't
Right,
fall out.
like-
And it really truly.
Like you gotta, this one's a little
Please
wet.
don't do that.
Well, I was trying to show it's a little wet right there. There we
But
go.
it's kind of okay to be a little wet because that's a
Right.
better suction.
Right, like that. So, well, Sarah's got that. I was like, where did the cheese go? I swear to God, I had it sitting here a second ago.
Cold cheese is good.
Yeah, cold is better. You don't want this thing just like floating around. Drop it in. Then.
Please use the pusher.
How else would you do it? You just like jam your finger in there?
Absolutely.
That's a terrible idea.
It is a
Some
terrible
people do
idea.
that. And
It's all wet.
then
It keeps falling out because it's wet. There we go.
it's because of the mangoes.
I
So you'll need to turn the bowl
There.
and then we always just finish up the cheese because then we'll put it on potatoes. Now, why do you want to buy brick cheese versus the pre-shredded stuff?
I mean, it tastes better. Step one.
It doesn't have 52 preservatives.
Doesn't have preservatives in it to make it so it doesn't stick to each other.
A lot of them have cellulose, which is actually wood
Right.
pulp.
Right. They're not always gluten free, which is kind of crazy. And that's it.
And then to keep it from sticking, to store it later, you put this in a bigger Tupperware bowl. You take cornstarch from your module mate, sprinkle cornstarch just lightly over the top, put the seal on it and shake. And your cornstarch is a natural substance to have it not stick together instead of all the chemicals they do if you buy the shredded cheese at the store.
I wonder if that would work for
This
potato
is
flake.
some stuff that fell out,
You have to make sure it's correct.
which now goes into my mouth.
I wonder
Yes.
if that would work for
Okay.
potato flakes because potatoes can be a natural way of fixing things.
That's right.
All right. So
I don't know. I don't know if that would work for cheese or not. I don't know.
So
If anybody knows that, let us know. quick.
Assemble the nachos by having your favorite chips on the bottom.
Right? Some sort of chippy kind of style like that. Then walk back and find your spatula. It's over
Sorry.
here.
So this is your ground
Yep,
up.
so I ground it up
butter
so you can see.
And the onions and taco
onions.
seasoning.
Yep, exactly. So
And putting it through the supersonic so that way
Right.
it's all nice and crumbly.
yep. And hopefully I only drop half of it on the floor. Thankfully I've got a dog who's just sitting here waiting to like
One could use one of our serving spoons too to put it in.
they could, that would be
Your
way
spatula.
easier. That would be way easier.
Spoon being a little bit scoopier.
Yeah.
Because right this second, so sad to say, we don't have a scoopy. We don't have a scoopy.
Like this.
No,
because then you don't want to have to get.
I'm
You're invested.
I'm
in this,
invested in
like-
this at this point in time. I don't know if I can put any more on there. That's a lot of meat.
Oh, we could put it to the side. You can have tacos for lunch.
There we go. All right. We're going nuts here. And then we're just gonna throw some cheese on the top.
And you can put tomatoes and jalapenos, whatever your
Whatever your
desire.
nacho,
Nacho
whatever you
is.
normally do.
And what's more is sometimes during the summer, it's actually cheaper to buy steak than it is to buy ground beef.
Yep.
And so there's a product we have called the Fusion Master that works with the same base as the Great Master that allows you to shred up
Yep.
beef.
So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this right over the top like this.
Microwave it for 30 seconds.
Yep, exactly. We're just trying to melt the cheese, right? So that way I'm not, not using a broiler or something like that.
All
Just a
right.
quick in
And
and
while he
out.
does that, I'm going to show you the ice cream.
As seen on TV.
As seen on TV, in a container that currently is out of stock, we have ice cream that I made last night. It's important that it's on a flat surface because otherwise you end up having one side raised and the other side not.
Yes, that is.
Yes. Now the cool,
But no one is going to refuse to
No.
eat this because it's not even.
correct. Now, the thing to know about ice cream is you can have it go out for a little bit. So it softens a little bit, but since this is full fat, meaning we have full fat cream and full fat sweetened condensed milk, you're not going to really need a whole lot more than a serving size, which is really just a half cup to feel satisfied.
That's
Now,
in theory only.
I don't know if you can see it, but there's little green flecks that you can see that are the lime zest.
Got it. You really have to look.
So there's that. All right. So you want to get me a spoon and I'll do a taste test. So this, I don't think you can see it on how this looks. You have a little bit of mango here, a little bit of lime. Do you want to try some of this?
I thank you. No,
Oh, yep. You have
Yeah.
something coming up that you can't do this anyways.
I can't do fresh fruit.
So this is so creamy and so yummy. And it's,
So one could, if one wasn't worried about half cup size,
yes.
one could just have your family of four
Mhm.
sit down at the table and have this in the middle and have long iced teaspoons, and each of you just meet in the middle.
That could be a thing.
This could be one serving for four. What do you think?
Or it works really well for a picnic.
That's the way I look, the way I do.
There's that. All right. So we have come to the part of our show where we get to start recognizing our company for everything that was done in the month of April. And so this, by the way, this video is shareable for anybody's Facebook parties so they can check it all out. I will show you the nachos at the end, just so you know. So the theme for Tupperware for May 2025 is Make It Outdoors. We have a goal to be a $500,000 company, recruiting 20 or more people a month with 16 or more managers by the end of the year. Currently, as a company, we are at 1842. Tupper Stars makes up 954 of that, and Achievers 888. Look at all those eights.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We want to congratulate Carol, Kim, and Linda for earning their Power Week. This does end tomorrow, No, in 2 days on the 7th. Linda Olson's only $8 away.
Mhm.
Darla Wall and Marilyn Craig also have sales. And Barb Watercott just put stuff in after I updated the slides.
Okay.
So who will be the first to play in the Ready, Set, Activate? This is a program that Tupperware has for you to be able to earn product of
And
your
the fun
choice.
part about this is they can accumulate these.
Correct, over 3 months.
That's just awesome.
And then when your person joins and has $100 or more in personal sales in May, you will earn this as well. There we go.
The One Touch Fresh, that's the, what's it called? Rectangle 1. You see at the top of that?
Mhm.
That would also work for your ice cream if you wanted, if you didn't have a freezer
Oh,
made.
yeah, you just have to be careful taking in and out.
Right. Yeah. Right.
What I like about
And always
freezer
give
mates,
always given the airspace for it. But
what I like about freezer mates is they do bend.
they do
These
bend from the
don't.
frozen state.
Those do not,
No.
just as a heads up. So for anybody who's not in Ready, Set, Activate, when you have $750 in personal sales, you do get to have this whole entire set.
So that's for the entire month of May.
Yes.
Dang.
For
Okay.
consultants or executive manager. And then everybody plays in this VIP early access, which is a way for you to get samples for July early.
It's back up a half a second. Isn't that about 50%?
Yeah, it's a little bit under
A
50%.
little bit under 50% discount. That's phenomenal.
Karen and Daleen play in month 2 for Ready, Set, Activate. And we help people get started with check out what's new with Tupperware, where they create the link and we do everything else to help them on a 90-day success path. With a manager, it is 3 personal active recruits, 3,000 unit sales, of which 500 or more is yours. And then you actually get extra money because you can open up extra streams of income. This is the last month. Actually, Linda, you can start this by being paid as and having a qualified recruit. Starting this month, you get to have this bag as the goal for growth when you enter this program. Everybody who's a consultant, you need to step up to manager in the month of May so you can play in this in June. And then Richard,
Oh,
recognition.
Oh, hold on.
wait a second. He's eating a bite of nacho. He had to make sure they were good.
Yep, they tasted great. All right. Still finishing.
This is
All right.
recruiting.
Recruiting. Thank you. Tops in new team members. Congrats to Sarah and their new member, Karen Cullen. I messed up because it was C.
And then we have a new catalog.
Oh yeah, there's a new catalog. If you want, they can order copies, right?
Yeah,
Right.
it's digital. It's a digital catalog, and there's been some people thinking that that's it. That's all that's on the
Absolutely not.
So please know that this is just a sampling. It's just what they knew they would have in stock through June.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can find it online and all that kind of fun stuff.
Monthly specials started. This is where Carol's going to share her keep tabs.
Oh, keep tabs.
So the keep tabs are the featured offer this month. What's nice about them is they nest all into this.
Now, these aren't the colors. It's the colors
No.
that you see on the
They'll
screen.
be solid in the ones that you get. And I'll show you the screen.
So that way you can hide the chocolate chip cookies
Exactly. And then
without having to label them chicken livers.
this one is really great when you travel. You can put all of your cords and stuff in it, or you can put batteries in it and whatnot too if you're not traveling. But what I like most is they all nest.
Yes, if for some strange reason they're empty.
Yes. And they can go on the side.
And they're easy to get into.
Yes, because of the tab.
The
on
tab. Yes.
So this set, it says it's 8 pieces because they count the seals as one of the pieces, just like they do for cookware.
And can we talk? Industry standards,
Yes.
everybody else and their uncle says if it's an 8-piece set, it's 4 bottoms and 4 tops.
Yes.
Over the years, Tupperware has said this is a 4-piece set.
Yes.
Now, they're still working on that.
They're still working on the language, so we're just going with what they have in the flyer and we're just making sure everybody knows.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
So that is the keep tabs. That is our featured buy at May 5th. There is still plenty in stock.
Yay.
And what they show here is they show an outdoor scene so that people can use them for picnics. And that actually is a really great way for you to use them because you can put food in them to begin with. And then if you have utensils or whatnot, or even swimsuits, if you're at the lake, you can throw them in here instead of a plastic bag as well. And then we have the host program. Now, what's really cool about the host program this month is you do have 2 host bonuses at the $350 level and 2 datings, and the $500 level and 2 datings.
Yeah.
This is exclusive, and it's something we haven't seen since the new Tupperware started back in January. So this is really something great, and we're excited to be able to pamper our hosts in this
And
way.
remember, the only way people know about this is if we tell them.
Exactly. And then the fresh picks are going to change often, so make sure that you let your Infinite Shine family member know when you're interested in things and to check in with them often throughout the month. There is still some kids stuff available, although that is getting less and less. My favorites that are on sale right now is a junior season serve.
Go up a little bit. See, well, they can see
They
it.
can
Okay.
see it just fine.
Okay.
The junior season serve is my favorite, especially if you are empty nesters or you have only 2 people at home. It's perfect for a full pound of chicken. And then the small picadillies, if you have a Fisher person, I sometimes like to use one of them for minnows. Just saying. Make sure you don't put your pickles in it then. Just saying.
But really, truly, avocado green ones are the minnow ones. You don't want to drill holes in the top of this brand new container.
Well, they don't necessarily need to drill the holes because they go get the fresh bait and then they.
Yeah, but you've got to have them have air.
Not if you're going to kill them in the lake right away.
Yeah, but you want them wiggling when
Anyway.
You
The
don't want
great
a dead minnow before you put it on a hook.
demonstrated is on sale with the base. Normally the base and the hopper come in separate. And then make sure you like our Facebook page. Remember, there are many ways to make money in Tupperware. Richard?
Sorry. Just checking on your cat.
That's fine.
What up, folks? I'm back. Congrats to everyone who I'm just leaning so I fit in the camera feed. Thanks to everyone who submitted $1.
These
$1
are zero
or
euros.
yeah, no zero heroes. $1 or more. Those in green had $350, so that's $3,800 in commissions. So congrats. Tops, Connie Dunau. Number 6, number 5, Sarah Bredesen. Number 4, Marilyn Craig. Number 3, Melissa Gross. Number 2, Linda Becker. And number 1, personal sales was Carol Radke. So this is the challenges for last week. I can't read or last month. I can't.
Linda Becker and Carol Radke are the only 2 that earned everything.
Someone's trying to get into the waiting room. I was trying to admit them.
Karen.
So $1,000 level. Who'd you say earned that?
Linda Becker and Carol Radke.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
They earned all 3.
They earned all 3. Oh, look at that. Nice. Congratulations to everyone. Oh, which picture is that?
It's
Okay.
the
Tilton serve impressions.
yeah, these are from another country though. And so are these.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exclusive.
exclusive.
Yes.
All right. Snazzy. All right.
All right. And congratulations to Carol for being on pace for Galaxy for the year.
Yep. And then tops in team sales, Linda Becker, manager Becker's Bowling Buddies. I don't know why that tongue twistered me on that one today. Number 2, Carol Radke, the Achievers, and number 1 was the Tupper Stars. So congratulations, everyone. And then this is recognition
Carol
building.
has the ability to be in the Momentum Makers.
Momentum Maker.
Yes, that's a new name.
It's something different than Granders.
Oh.
And then we have lead by example, but I don't know what our goal
We
is
haven't
yet.
got that out.
$1 billion.
This is national recognition.
Oh,
for April.
national recognitions for April. Congratulations to Carol Radke. That is personal sales, excuse me. And then Linda Becker also in personal sales. Was that 1 week?
That was month.
That's
That was the month? Okay, fantastic. And then our happy anniversaries. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get back.
You trying to minimize this?
No, can you mute
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, okay, all right.
and then go back so we can see ourselves?
Oh, okay.
All right. So
There we go.
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversaries. There we go. So Cindy Pat now is 13 years old. Congratulations on
Being a teenager.
exactly. You just hit teenagerhood. Gonna be a handful now. Carissa Stan's 8 years old. Sorry. It's been a long day at work. I'm just gonna be dead honest.
5 years. Janet Tall, 6 years. I'll take it over for you, honey. Anderson, 1 year. And is there a name up at the top that we can't see? No.
Is it? Sorry.
Congratulations to each of you for your Tupperware anniversaries.
Thanks.
It was a really funny joke I had going in my head, right? Like
Hey.
teenage girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have to sing beautifully.
Just so you know, I started pointing to the screen to get him back on track. So join me in singing happy birthday to those born in May, Deb Engelman and Linda Olson. 1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday to
Happy
you.
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
Dear
you.
Happy birthday, dear Tupperware
Happy
friends.
birthday,
Feliz
dear
anniversario.
Birthday to you.
Feliz aniversario.
So we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Our next one will be on Monday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. It'll be our Cook and Celebrate. I don't know what we're doing yet. It might be burgers. Do you want to show off the nachos?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. I didn't eat them all.
And somebody texted us or left a message because we said something about doing something the next time for food, but we
Maybe.
don't remember.
All right. So this is what the nachos look like at the end.
Look at those nachos.
So that will be our
Yum.
dinner when we're done with
Sprinkle
this.
some salsa on top of it, a little.
For those of you who joined us, who are not company members, you are more than welcome to hang around. We have a few things to finish up with. And if you're watching this on the replay, please let us know what you enjoyed and let us know if you can join us next month as well. Thank you for joining us and have a great night.